It has been about almost 3 months exactly since I made a video, since I went live. Um, semester's been really busy. I could have done videos during spring break, considering how huge spring break was for the Cowboys this season, but I was tired. I just I had other priorities I had to take care of, and I just couldn't be bothered. So, but I'm here to talk about it now, and I'm here to talk about a little bit of the draft too. So, want to get that out of the way early. Um, this has definitely been a more than desirable offseason for the Cowboys, considering we were going into the offseason expecting nothing. I want to talk about, first of all, it's huge that we kept a majority of our guys. I'm glad that we kept Terrence Steele. We franchise tagged Tony Pollard. To, I think, a lot of people's surprise, we managed to hold on to both Donovan Wilson and Leighton Vander Esch, despite not having any conversations apparently with either of them until like spring break, last month. I think that's massive. And we also made outstanding trades. Both very low risk, very high reward. If you guys haven't seen my thoughts on them through like my community posts, you can look at those if you want. I did those pretty much instead of making videos, but I want to take the time now to really talk about it and discuss with y'all. Stephon Gilmore, very low risk, very high reward. He's 32 years old, lots of experience. I love Stephon Gilmore. He's going to work out as our second corner a hell of a lot better than Anthony Brown did, which we don't have to worry about anymore because he's a free agent. No one's picked him up yet. Anthony Brown, pretty sure he was another dude. He was our 6th round pick that we got from the 2016 draft, which everyone was saying was like the best draft in Cowboys franchise history. Nah. Looking like one of the more mediocre drafts, because pretty sure the only dude that we still have from that class is Dak. And that's it. That's fucking insane to think about, considering a lot of people had that draft class as the kickstart to our future. It's just insane to think about. But yeah, Stephon Gilmore, he's going to pair up fucking fantastic with Trayvon Diggs. And with that, I really love the look of our secondary, because now we got Diggs, Gilmore, Jordan Lewis, Deron Bland. I'm loving the look of it. And we kept all of our safeties also. This is going to be one of the best pass defenses in the NFL. So that was a outstanding move, and we got him for next to nothing. So I really like that. I really like Brandon Cooks too. Didn't really pay much attention to Texans games last year because why would I? But Brandon Cooks, I think he would be a decent second wide receiver. I think he would be an even better third wide receiver though, which is why I want us to address wide receiver early in the draft. But the move that I especially want to talk about is Ezekiel Elliott. Fans are getting all in their feelings about Ezekiel Elliott, especially considering that we gave 21 to Stephon Gilmore. And fans are doing the exact same thing with Zeke, or with Stephon Gilmore, I should say, that they did with CD Lamb and say, "Oh, it's disrespectful to give 88 to CD Lamb." Too soon, too soon. It's too fucking early, too early to move on. I said this in a community post too. I personally never been more disgusted to be considered Gen Z than I was last month when we released Ezekiel Elliott, because I'm I'm getting associated with the portion of the fan base that is calling Ezekiel Elliott a Cowboys legend. Ezekiel Elliott, this is my hot take, I guess. Zeke is not a Cowboys legend. He's not. Zeke who? It's Zeke who fucking all over again. Zeke, look, I don't give a fuck about the stats. I don't care about the stats. The only thing by mid-season this year, I fucking promise you, by week 8, people are only going to remember Ezekiel Elliott for his rookie season, which you can't take that away from him. It was a legendary rookie year. But aside from the rookie year, all he's going to be remembered by is his ex-girlfriend bullshit in 2017 offseason, him pulling down some girl's top at a St. Patrick's Day parade. You didn't remember that, did you? The fight he got into at the Electric Daisy Carnival in 2019 that got him arrested. You didn't remember that, did you? Oh, but he also jumped into the red kettle bucket a couple of times. Oh, we'll put him in the fucking Ring of Honor. Put him in the Ring of Honor, please, by all means. He had a couple of haha funny moments. So, you know what? Put him in the Ring of Honor. Fuck it. Put Zeke in the Ring of Honor before you put Jimmy Johnson in there. That'd be a certified Jerry Jones moment. Fucking absolutely. I get it. I too was in high school remembering Ezekiel Elliott getting drafted by the Dallas Cowboys. I remember that too. I remember watching his electric rookie season while I was in high school, and it was times were better back then because it was pre-pandemic and all that. I don't give a shit. I would take DeMarco Murray over Ezekiel Elliott because he had more class than Zeke. Even in his game, he had more class than Zeke. I got sick of every fucking offseason watching Ezekiel Elliott strut up and down the practice field over the summer, acting like he belongs there, acting like he deserves to be there, acting like he's sort of entitled to be there. You know what I mean? DeMarco Murray, he earned everything. DeMarco Murray literally fucking had to beg on the sideline. He had to beg Scott Linehan to get him more carries. In 2013, on the road versus the Redskins, he begged for more carries. The next season, 2014, the Cowboys were a run-first football team, and he was like 150 yards shy of getting 2,000 rushing yards. The most yards. 1,845, I think it was, in a single season. The most yards ever by anybody wearing a Cowboys uniform. I put DeMarco Murray over fucking Ezekiel Elliott. I like DeMarco Murray more. Oh, but DeMarco Murray had fumble issues. So did Zeke! Zeke had fumble issues in 2020. Ezekiel Elliott had fumbling issues the second week of his career against the Washington Redskins. He fumbled the ball, I think it was twice. And then in came Alfred Morris. I put DeMarco Murray over Ezekiel Elliott in the all-time Cowboys running back fucking tier list. Ezekiel Elliott, you had a great rookie year. That's all you're going to be remembered for. The rookie year, the ex-girlfriend bullshit in 2017, you pulling down some girl's top at a St. Patrick's Day parade, You punching a dude and getting arrested at a fucking Electric Daisy carnival, which I don't know why you have any business being there, being one of the most recognizable athletes. I think you're putting yourself in a bad spot, but whatever. The Red Kettle bucket hops, okay, and the 1 yard touchdowns after Tony Pollard carried most of the load to get you down there in the first place. So it was long overdue. I'm glad Zeke is gone. Which, by the way, speaking of Zeke getting his job taken, let's talk about the draft. I'm very excited to talk about this draft. A lot of Cowboy fans have been really raving and talking about Bijan Robinson. I've even seen some people say that we need to trade up in the draft to get Bijan Robinson. I swear fans are on autopilot sometimes because I'm like, did you guys not see what happened with Ezekiel Elliott? Zeke was our 4th overall pick in 2016. We had him here for 7 years. He got cut this offseason. Why did he get cut? Why did Zeke get cut? Our 4th overall pick running back from Ohio State? Why did he get cut this offseason? Because he got his job taken. He got his job taken by a 4th round running back. Our 4th overall pick got replaced by our 4th round running back out of, I think it was Memphis, Tennessee. I can't remember. We drafted him in 2019. We all remember the exact play, too, where we thought Zeke is in trouble. We remember the exact play, too. It was late in the season, 2020. Zeke wasn't playing. I'm pretty sure Tony Pollard was a starter against the San Francisco 49ers. When he hit that spin move to get away from like 4 or 5 49ers, that's when Cowboys Nation knew that Zeke's job was in trouble and that Tony Pollard was going to be on the come up. That's when everybody said, "Oh shit. This could be Zeke who all over again." Couple of years later, it is. Zeke's gone. If I wasn't a struggling college student trying to get through it, I would buy a fucking Zeke who t-shirt right now and wear that everywhere I go. That is the funniest shit ever. The fact that they sold t-shirts about that back in the 2019 preseason, I think it was. And he got his job taken anyway. So, but anyways, back to my point. Tony Pollard took Zeke's job despite being a 4th round pick. If that doesn't tell you what the worth or the value of a running back is in today's NFL, I don't know what will. Trading up for a running back would be the dumbest fucking move the Cowboys could make. I don't care how generational of a talent Bijan Robinson is. I don't care if he's a better prospect than Saquon Barkley or anything like that. I don't give a shit about that. Because you can find somebody that can contribute to this offense in the 3rd or 4th round. You can do it. It's possible, clearly. We've seen it. And I fucking absolutely want the Cowboys to address a running back early. Well, maybe not, like mid-round-ish. You know what I'm saying? But I would not be opposed to the idea. If Bijan Robinson fell to 26, or that running back from Alabama, if he fell to 26, I wouldn't be opposed to you picking him up. I just feel like you could probably do more at 26. Like getting into your defensive lineman or something like that. But trading up to get a running back would be the dumbest shit we could possibly do. That'd be the dumbest thing you could possibly do. Another move that I would absolutely hate to see at 26 would be, in all honesty, a defensive back. People have been saying we could get one in their like mock drafts and shit like that. Man, if you're gonna draft for depth, because he would absolutely be a depth player if you were to go for a corner. If you're gonna trade or if you're gonna draft for depth at 26, you go get a fucking offensive lineman. You get an offensive lineman 100%. Because we have no depth. Tyron Smith is still going somehow, but he's getting incredibly old. Zach Martin, as much as y'all love him, as much as I love him, he's getting old. So if one of them goes down, we're fucked because Connor McGovern, he signed with somebody over in the AFC East. So we need to address an offensive lineman early. Absolutely. Because if somebody goes down, we really don't have anybody. We brought back Terrence Steele to be our... I thought he was going to be our right tackle, but apparently they want to move him as a guard. That doesn't make any sense to me, but... if you're going to draft for depth in the first round, you get a fucking offensive lineman. Okay? Defensive back, that can wait. Our secondary looks good. Our secondary is fucking great. It looks fine. You pick up somebody in like the 4th or the 6th round of this draft. Okay, it shouldn't be early. Seriously, it shouldn't be early. Get an offensive lineman if you're going to draft for depth. Get a wide receiver. A lot of people have been saying get what is his name? Mike Mayer, that tight end that's supposed to be a generational talent, or Darnell Washington because he's supposed to be a generational talent. This is Kyle Pitts back in 2021 all over again. You don't need a generational talent at tight end, especially when we have Jake Ferguson and Peyton Hendershot. I don't want to sound like Jerry Jones or Stephen Jones, but I like our guys. I like our guys at tight end. Okay? I like them. So that would be almost as bad as trading up for a running back. Even at 26, do not draft a fucking tight end. If you're gonna draft one, get one in like the 6th or 7th round or something, or sign an undrafted free agent. I'm pretty sure Sean McEwen is still here. Correct me if I'm wrong. I want to see our young guys shine. Dalton Schultz is out. He's over at Houston right now. I want to see the young guys because they had some flashes for sure last season. I want to see what they can do. So, without there being a predominant fucking starter, I want to see them like battle for it. Okay? So, even though I think it'll probably be Ferguson. But I like him. I like those guys. If you're going to draft for depth, you could also go for quarterback. I'm not lying. Dak Prescott, if he fucks up this year, if he fucks up this season, this could be his last year. Seriously. This could be his last year as a Dallas Cowboy. If he fucks up again, this might be it. So, if you're going to draft a depth player, don't go for a defensive back. I doubt there's really going to be that much talent at the 26th pick. But if there is, you'd be prepared for, worst case scenario. And wide receiver, definitely, I wouldn't be upset at all if they went with a wide receiver in the first round to battle to go to war with Brandon Cooks for that wide receiver 2 position. Michael Gallup, you're going to have to take the back seat on that one, seriously. Because if our rookie can beat out Brandon Cooks for the number 2 spot, and Brandon Cooks is sitting at the number 3 receiver spot, that's pretty fucking good. And Michael Gallup, this is probably going to be your last season as a Cowboy too. In my opinion, I could definitely see this being his last year, his last ride. And again, interior defensive lineman, man, I cannot remember a fucking time or season that the Dallas Cowboys didn't have a dog shit run defense. Has our run defense really improved that much since the divisional round in 2018 versus the LA Rams when they rushed for 200 yards against us at the LA Coliseum? I guess we got Osa Odigizua. We thought Neville Gallimore was going to be shit. But he really hasn't panned out over the last couple seasons. Dan Quinn, he's great, but we need more. I want a fucking Aaron Donald. I want a fucking Ndamukong Suh that's not 40 years old. We got to get a big body to go along with Odigizua. Jonathan Hankins is great, but we need more than that, clearly. Our secondary is fucking amazing. Our secondary is fantastic right now. It could be the best pass defense in the league. Especially with the edge rushers we got, we're set on pass defense. But that's going to force them to beat us via the run game, which we've been struggling for as long as I can remember. So I think if we got an interior defensive lineman, the 26 overall pick would be perfect for that. I don't see Dallas trading up or down in this draft. 26 that's our sweet spot. I like that. I really do. So those are the top 3 positions that I would really love to see them address. Interior D-line, depth for the offensive line, and wide receiver. I would not be upset at 26 if they got a running back, whether it be Bijan Robinson or the dude from Bama. But trading up, absolutely fucking not. Absolutely not. Running back is the most easily replaceable position in the NFL. Clearly, we just replaced Zeke with a fucking 4th round pick. But we definitely got to address a running back early because people seem to have forgotten that Tony Pollard's ankle just got fucking crucified on national TV just 3 months ago. So I definitely want to see us get a running back sooner rather than later in the draft. So I think that'd be great if we got one. I wouldn't complain. I feel like we could definitely have done better, though, if that happens at the 26th pick. But, either way. Ezekiel Elliott, you can kick rocks. All the fans that are emotional because we gave 21 to Stephon Gilmore, you can cry, and you're now $5 worth fucking Ezekiel Elliott jersey. That wasn't even his number in the first place. It was Deion Sanders' number, and Stephon Gilmore is going to rep 21 a hell of a lot better than Zeke ever did in his career. Because Gilmore has more class and is more near the top of his position than Zeke is right now. And fans, my God, fans were concerned. Fans were actually concerned that he was going to go to Philadelphia. Fucking let him. Let him go to Philadelphia. But people were saying, oh, don't go to Philadelphia because you know how that worked for DeMarco Murray. Chip Kelly is not in Philadelphia anymore. Chip Kelly, like EDP said, ran a college-oriented offense and ran plays from the shotgun formation all the fucking time, which did not cater to DeMarco Murray's strengths as a running back, given that he was a north and south runner fucking at all. They got Nick Sirianni now, who has an idea of what he's doing, where Chip Kelly fucking did not. So if Zeke even were to sign with the Eagles, he'd be put in a situation where he would succeed the most, but I still would not be concerned about it because I don't give a shit about Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke hasn't done shit in 3 years. Even with the Eagles' offensive line, why would I be concerned about that? I don't care for Ezekiel Elliott. He can go wherever the hell he wants, but by the looks of it, seems like he's just sitting in the airport waiting for his phone to ring. But I don't think anybody's going to call him this offseason. I think his career might be over. So that's just my opinion. The positions that I would hate for us to address early in the draft is trading up for a running back, tight end, and as I hit my glasses, and a defensive back. Defensive back, that can wait. Tight end, that can wait. Trading up for a running back, no. Absolutely fucking not. So, with that being said, I think that's all I really got to say at the moment. Just again, Ezekiel Elliott, good riddance. I am very excited to see who we pick up at the 26th pick. It's going to be a really exciting draft. It's deep and it's loaded with wide receivers and running backs from what I hear. It's amazing to me that for the first time in a long time, we don't have to wait for our offseason to start until April, until the draft. Because that's what we've been doing for the last few years, the last few off seasons. Our off season doesn't start till the draft. Well, we've addressed some pretty huge needs over the off season. Man, this was the best fucking spring break ever as a Cowboys fan. This was great. This was a great fucking year. A great fucking off season so far. And it's not over yet. We're going to load up big time. We're going to have a very decent draft, I feel. That 26th pick is going to come in. Man, that's going to do wonders for us. Personally, I don't know. I'm just excited. I'm very excited. The Cowboys could do a lot with this pick. I just hope they don't fuck it up. Don't get a generational talent at tight end. How many teams can you say have a generational talent at their tight end position? The Kansas City Chiefs, the San Francisco 49ers, and who else? Who else? Jason Witten, he wasn't a generational talent. Didn't we pick him up in the 5th round or the 3rd round or something crazy like that? You don't need a generational talent at tight end. We've been fucking through this already with Kyle Pitts, and I'm sick of it. Jake Ferguson, and Peyton Hillis. Those are your tight ends for 2023. Love it, live it. All right, not Mike Mayer or what's his name, Darnell Washington from Georgia, who, from the looks of it, in my opinion, only has his size going for him. I want us to absolutely pick up a running back sooner rather than later in the draft. Not just because of Tony Pollard and his fucked up ankle, but also with Mike McCarthy calling the shots, with him calling the plays with this offense, with him criticizing Kellen Moore for wanting to light up the scoreboard when he just wants to run the damn ball. I think he definitely wants to have another two-headed monster in the backfield. So Do not buy a Tony Pollard jersey thinking he's going to be our cemented running back number 1. He's going to split snaps with whoever we pick up in this draft. And for the desperate people that are saying we might bring back Ezekiel Elliott, fucking stop it. Okay, we're done. We're done with that. We're done with Zeke. He's not going to come back wearing 15. Stop it. I don't know why they even commented on Zeke after they cut him. Let him go. Zeke is done. We picked up Ronald Jones. When things get bad, he's going to be the dude that takes the 1-yard runs into the end zone. Ezekiel Elliott, fucking good riddance. That part is over. There is no 2-1-4 in Dallas anymore on our offense. I'm done with him. I'm done with Zeke. That's really all I got to say in this shit. Let me know in the comments who y'all want the Cowboys to take the most. I'm sure there's going to be comments like Bijan Robinson, Quinn Johnston, Mozzie Smith, which I've never seen Mozzie Smith, but Michigan defenders in the first round definitely got me suspicious after Taco Charlton, even though I still believe that was the right pick at the time. But if he can help us stop the run, fucking perfect. Go get him. Absolutely. Again, pass defense is going to be solid. Pass defense is going to be fucking top 5, top 3 for sure. Teams are going to have to beat us through the ground. And that's how they've been beating us for fucking God knows how long. Get a toy for Dan Quinn. That's at the top of my list. If there's nobody there, get an offensive lineman, no one else, wide receiver, or a running back. Somebody to make this a more Dak-friendly offense. But anyways, that's really all I got to say about the recent moves and the draft coming up and all that. Obviously, I'm going to have the draft reaction for y'all, as I've been doing every year. Once it comes around in, what is it? Is it 2 weeks? 2 or 3 weeks, something like that. Again, I'm very excited. I will see you guys next time. Go Cowboys. Fuck Ezekiel Elliott. In peace.